It's the evening of October the 25th, and Justin and I just got up here to our main farm. We had a small front come through yesterday, so we're banking on it. We got cooler temps, and it's just getting to be that time of year where these bucks are gonna start showing up daylight. My dad's up here right now harvesting some corn, and looks like he's gonna be heading off to the north side of that field, which will be perfect. It typically doesn't bother these deer anyways, but we feel good about tonight, and we're excited to get in the stand.
Realtree's Midwest Whitetail is brought to you by Cuddyback, Drake Non-Typical, Easton Arrows, Frigid Forage, Fuse, Grizzly Coolers, Hoyt, RK Tractors, Ozonics, Redneck Blinds, Wasp Archery, and Realtree.
Hey guys, it's the evening of October the 25th, and we have really calm conditions right now. It's a day after a front. We have a northeast wind, and that's putting us back on the west side of the farm where Justin had some success a couple weeks ago. On the way out, my dad was leaving with the grain truck. He's been picking that cornfield out in the middle of our farm, and that's like a light switch to them deer. As soon as that corn comes out, they pile out of the timber here out into the wide open, very center of our farm. And we're hoping with that combination that it'll get some of these target bucks to trickle out. We're gonna check our cuddybacks tomorrow, and hopefully that wishbone buck has made his move and is in this area. So still no pictures of him, but we're hunting that homeboy deer and a big chief as well. We're gonna get settled in here, and hopefully the action starts picking up. It's a little after 5 o'clock here, and these deer are really starting to pile out of the bedding, feeding across the big and beastie into this double crop bean field. So hopefully some of them make their way through this big and beastie here and get in the range, and a shooter will follow. Well, as you guys can tell, we didn't get a chance to do an interview in the stand. All in all, it ended up being a pretty eventful night. All the deer were feeding out to this cut cornfield just like we anticipated. At one point, all the does that originally fed out looked down the corner behind us. There was a squirrel barking, and they ended up clearing the field. But shortly after that, had a nice 8-pointer come out, and then another 8-pointer. We know that deer pretty well. We got matching set of sheds off of him. He's a 4-year-old 8. It was a little bit tempting, but I'm going to hold out, and we have several other shooters that we'd like to get our hands around. So all in all, it's a good evening, and thanks for tuning in to Midwest Whitetail Great Plains Show.
Well, it's October the 18th. We're going to go into a spot. I'm getting a lot of pictures up here. There's a small little food plot. We got Brennan with me. I took him hunting last couple years. Tonight he's going to film me. I got the bow. First doe that comes in is in trouble, so let's go get in the tree and hopefully we have some luck. Well, that was a stud buck. He will be a monster in a couple years. obviously a younger deer. He's got pretty major limp going on. I don't know what that's all about, but we're gonna hold out for a doe instead of shooting a younger buck like that. Try and get that deer a couple years older. I think he'll be just an absolute monster. But I mean, if we don't end up seeing any other deer tonight, no does to shoot, then it's still a successful night. I don't have any trail camera pictures of that deer, so it's kind of exciting to see a surprise just up on his feet walking around like that. So hopefully we get a deer tonight, but if not, as well, worth the price of admission right there.
Hey everybody, welcome to Midwest Whitetail. It's October the 13th, and we headed over to Vienna tonight to hunt, and we have to hang a cameraman stand for my dad. And we're just hoping for some luck. So we got set up in our stand, and I'm hunting with my crossbow. A nice green food plot behind me. It's a really nice evening. We have a scrape behind me, and last time my dad was here, there was a ton of deer that were raking that scrape. So hopefully the same will happen tonight, except I get a good shot at a deer. So we had a deer come in, but it was a little too far for me, being inexperienced with the crossbow. And then we had another one come in from behind, and the trees were blocking it, but they're coming back now, so. So we had a nice big buck in range, and he was just not in the right spot for me. My dad could see him well, but for me, there was a big branch in front of him that I could not get on him. It was kind of sad to miss that opportunity, but my dad's also after that deer, so maybe he'll get it or something. But I'm so excited that we got to see a buck tonight. But the night's not over yet, so maybe a different deer will walk out, and maybe I'll have another opportunity.
Welcome to Midwest Whitetail. It is October the 18th. It's my first morning hunt of the year. I'm back here on a little clover plot with, just got a hay field down the hill behind us here about, I don't know, 200 or 300 yards. Got a lot of white oaks around here that are dropping acorns. Just across the holler here from me, my dad shot a doe 2 nights ago on one of our food plots, and he saw a really big buck. So we're just gonna sit in here. It's a beautiful morning, 34 degrees, 35 degrees. We come across the creek, so it's my first morning hunt of the year. It's great to be in a tree. It's really pretty out here this morning. I just texted my brother-in-law, said, "Are you ready to get down?" Looked over my shoulder and there was 2 more does and a little one. She was quartering a little bit. It looked like I might have hit her a little back, but I think the way the angle was, I'll look at the footage. I think it got up in her. I think I heard her just crash right over here. Anyway, I'm videoing myself this morning. I just wanted some meat for the freezer. I don't know how good the footage was there. They snuck in behind me. I was just getting ready to get down.
Well, she went about 50 yards from the food plot. I hit her back, and then my broadhead's right here in this offside. It broke this offside shoulder. She didn't bleed a bit. Just I heard her crash out here. Before I could get climbed down, Dad found her. Good morning. We're gonna get her back, get her skint, and get the meat in the cooler. So, anyway, it's good morning.